now let's go to the structural plan, and let's see the view range inside the structure plan and how it can be different than the view range in the floor plan. So let's go to the ground floor here, the same one, and basically we are talking about the ground floor structure plan. So we're talking about this part here, like I cut here and I look up. So this should be the case right now. Let's see the view range. So in the view range here, I have the cut plan always, as I told you, associated to the level that you're working with. That's fine. The offset now is 2 meter 300. It's higher than the floor plan. Why? Because when I'm working with a structure plan, I'm not so much interested in what's below. I'm more interested in the beams from above, beams, slabs, and the columns. So that's why it's a bit higher. You can set it lower, it's fine, but this is the default settings inside your template, but it's editable. You can edit this. But have you noticed this, that the button, we talked about that before, that the button here is grayed out as well. Why the button is grayed out? Because you are looking up. This is a structural plan which is looking up, which means if I had a structural plan which is looking down, like the case in the foundation, the one we created here, that the button will not be grayed out. Let's check. Let's go to this one. It's called basement right now, but I call it FO in. And let's click on it. Let's click on view range. Aha. Okay. Now the button is not grayed out because this level is locking down. It's a structure plan, but it's locking down. So any kind of, let's go to the ceiling plans, for example, and click on view range. The button is default will be grayed out because you are not working with a plan who looking down. Okay, let's go back to the ground floor, the structure plan, and let's close anything else. Let's click on view range again. So as you can see, this is a cut plan, which is set to be 2 meter 300, 2 meter 30, and then the top is unlimited. Okay, I want to change this. I want the top to be limited. So I will just say that the top should be the level below only, and click apply. Okay, it didn't change anything because there is nothing even above, but these settings you can always change, that the top. Let's see, let's look to the section. I have a section here, and as I told you, it was, let's just make a dimension, set it to 200 here. So basically, this is the start of my cut level. And that's why I don't see the column. Let's say that I want to see the columns here. I see, sorry, the walls. I see only this wall because this wall is until the end of until the bottom of the slab. But those walls I don't see because those are not cutting my cut plan. So what I should do, that bring this a bit down. I want to, let's make it this line, this just for you to see. I'll just make it 200, 220. So let's go to the ground. Let's go to the view range and make it 200 or 100. Click apply, click OK. Now I can see the walls. Why? Because now I set the cut plan below the walls, or to cut the walls. Now I can see them. And actually this what should be the case. If those are structural walls, usually we show or see them inside my structure plan. Another hint now, that the view range here, the view depths right now, the view depths is now reversed, which means, like in this case, I'm cutting. I'm looking up. So this is the cut plan, and this is the top. The view depth is here, right? So, but now when I'm looking up, I need that this view depth to be even up, which is the case, which means that if I set this one to be 500, positive value, and maybe I make this associated level, I click apply. It will give you an error. Why? Because I set this view depth below the top clip, which is actually wasn't the case in the floor plan. In the floor plan, the default was that this is always below the bottom. But now, because I'm looking up, you should also be aware of that. This line should be always on the top of the top. Like this line now is my top. This is what I care about. This I don't care about. It's also already grayed out. This line now is moving here. The view depth is reversed now because you're looking up. So this line, if you set it to be below this one, it will give you this error. So this is another hint, and it's really, really important because some people are, yeah, they consider this value should be always negative. And they start to give negative values, and they say, okay, I'm getting error. Why I'm getting error? Because you don't understand the concept. You have to understand. It's not just memorize values and you just give it. Okay, so you have to understand how this actually is working. So now let's go to the ceiling plan. Okay, I created only one ceiling plan, this one, and as you can see here, there is a difference between this ceiling plan and the structure plan. However, both of them, let's just close this one. Both of them, I'll just hit a line and fine. Both of them are looking up, okay? But there is a slightly different. Why there is a slightly different? Let's see the view range here. Just set it to be unlimited again, and this also be unlimited. Apply, okay. I'll go here. This now is a reflected ceiling plan, okay? I'll click on view range edit, and it's unlimited 200. I will make it 100. Click apply, click OK. So now this one is identical to this one. So however, both of them are in the same or different plan views, I could achieve the same visibility only by understanding the view range settings. Like for example, the ceiling plan, let's see, this is only for the lighting on the ceiling. So I can come here and click on electrical, for example, and the rest will be grayed out. The focus will be only on the electrical equipment and so on. So this actually is the use case for each one of them. And also, you have to be careful because some of the electrical equipment or some of the piping, for example, if you created a structural plan, they will not be shown here. In this case, okay, this family is not specific, but some families has been set to be shown only on a reflected ceiling plan, for example. So this you have to be careful when you're creating any plan views because someone would come to me and say, okay, I can create a reflected ceiling plan to show the structural element or to create a structural drawing. Actually, theoretically, yes, you can do. I already have done this, as you can see, but you have to be careful. Is those electrical equipment will be shown or not? So those things you have to consider before you're creating any plan view. Let's show you some hidden settings inside Revit that most of the people can or think that this is a bug inside Revit. Let's go to the ground floor. And you can see this wall. Let's go to this section. Okay, this wall. The view range of my ground floor, I know where is it, okay? So let's go to the ground floor. View range, it's from 120 and until 0. So basically we are talking about So this is my view range from this line until this line, right? So this wall now is inside my view range, so I can see it. What happened if I bring this wall below the level? Okay, now it's completely below the level. So I expect that, like, there's my view range from here to here. This is below my view range, so it will not be visible, which is correct. Okay, but what if? Let's create a floor. Okay, structure floor. I'll just create it somewhere here. Okay, click OK. Yeah, okay, there's a duplicate. Okay, I understand that. Let's bring it down. So they're almost in the same level, which both of them below the view range of my ground floor. However, let's just show the header lines. Where is it? The header line settings. Here, show all header lines. I still can't see this. I see it hidden because it's already uncovered. Like if I hide the floor, so just select by face, I will hide this one. I still can see the floor. However, both of them are beneath my view range. I know the view range is from here to here. Why I still see my floor? Why I still see this floor? However, the wall is already hidden, but the floor is not. Why? This is a bug inside Revit. Actually, it's not. They have done this for all of the crucial elements like floors, foundations, beams, all of those structural crucial elements. They will not be hidden, however you try to push them away from your view range. Actually, there is a distance. I think they set it to be 1 meter 50. I think something like that. Let's test it together. So now it's hidden. Okay, I think there is a limit. I think it was 1 meter 50 or some 1 meter 40, something like this. But anyways, this will be always shown. However, you set it. However, it's not inside your view range because it's a crucial, and they want you to make sure that you are always see this element. So now let's talk about the fourth plan view, which is the plan region here. Okay. The plan region use case, as I told you, when you want to show something, but only for a specific area. I know that those two windows are in this area here, and they are not within my plan view, my view range. So I know that my view range is here from here until here, and this is the top. So what I can do is to go to view, plan region, and then you make a sketch for the area, and I'll just make roughly sketch like here. And as you can see here, you will have a separate view range for this one. You click on it, and I want that the cut plan may be a bit higher for this one. Let's make it 150. And this should be higher, of course. I will make it 230. Click apply, click OK, and then click OK. So now I can see the windows. However, they are not in the view range of the whole floor plan. So this is the use case for the this plan view. Okay, I will talk short about the area plan. Okay, the area plan, as I said at the beginning, it's been used for the architectural engineers, or any other engineers as well can use this plan view. And usually it's to define the spatial relationship in the building. Okay, so let's create an area plan from the ground floor. Okay, click automatically create area boundary. I will click no. Okay, I will just want to create my area by myself, and I'll just set it to fine. Okay, so you can click on architectural, and then you have the area settings here. So first of all, you have to have an area boundary, and actually it works exactly as a room, okay? But the difference, it's not a room. You can, it's not bounded by any elements. Like for a room, for example, you have to create a room, you have to have a boundary. Like the boundary, those are not flexible. Those boundary are only the walls, floors, columns, or whatever. They usually are and elements. But for the area, you can create any boundary as you want. So for example, I will make an area here. I'll make an area here. I'll make also an area here. It doesn't matter how many. And then I can create an area. As you can see here, it gives you all of the values of the area of the room if you want. This usually we use it before planning our buildings or our rooms. We use those kind of area plans, and also you can give colors, different colors, for example, for each area, like for example the used area or for the rented area or whatever. This I can make maybe a separate video to talk about it, because I don't want to confuse you more, because it was already a lot of information for one video. There is another hint that I want to give, um, which is the underlay. It's very important also to understand this option and how it works, because it's somehow connected to the view range. So let's say now that I want to see, now I'm in the ground floor, but I want to see the foundation, however. So what I can do, I just want to use them for, as underlay, to use them for drawing or whatever, or I want even to show them in my drawings. So I go to underlay here in the properties. I click on none. Now it's none, and I set it to, I think the basement will not show anything, so maybe the ground. So as you can see, because they are a bit identical, so you cannot see much. But now I can see the elements inside or in the ground floor. Can you see here? Here is the floor in the ground floor and so on. So maybe it will be more visible if I did it downward. So maybe we go to the basement and go to underlay to the ground. So now I see the ground floor when I am looking to the basement. Maybe I look it up, so I see also the structural element width. So this is how you can play with the underlay option. You can only see them, but you cannot select them. Actually, if you want to select them, you can change this from the selecting settings. Sorry, select underlay element, as you can see here. So this is also a good option if you want to see what's below or what is above without changing the view range. Just something temporary to use the next floor or the beneath floor as a base for your work or as a reference. So this is also something you can do. I think we have reached to the end of our series. I hope it was helpful for you. So if you have any questions, just feel free to write in the comments. I will always be happy to answer your questions. And like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more tutorials. Thank you so much for your attention, and see you in the next video.